Make sure you step forward when it is your turn. Ladies and gentlemen, the first noun is toothbrush.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush. Run on batteries.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush in my mouth.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush. Right.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush frothy.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush with hard bristles.
I like my men like I like my toothbrushes. A freebie at the dentist.
I like my women like I like my toothbrush. Clean.
I like my women like I like my toothbrush. Available in all colors.
I like my men like I like my toothbrush. They say Oral B.
Moving on! We are at frog.
I like my women like I like my frog, troupe.
I like my men like I like my frogs.
I like my men the way I like my frogs with a really long tongue.
I like my men. Well, I like my frogs, but I like my men fermented in jars.
I like my women like I like my frogs covered in warts.
I apologize in advance. I like my men like I like my frogs. Hopping mad?
I like my men the way I like my frogs from South American rainforest.
Moving on! Coffee. Excuse me, coffee.
I like my men like I like my coffee black.
I like my men like I like my coffee. Caffeinated. I like my men like I like my coffee. Nice and hot.
I like my men like I like my coffee whipped up and frothy done by an Arctic Asian chick.
I like my men the way I like my coffee steamy and from Colombia and riding a donkey.
I like my women like I like my coffee. For breakfast, for lunch, dinner, for dessert. Oh.
I like my women like I like my coffee extreme.
I like my women like I like my coffee, $8 at Starbucks.
I like my men like I like my coffee. I like Wayne Brady singing about them.
Moving on! Popcorn!
I like my women like I like my popcorn. Covered in butter, a little bit salty.
I like my men like I like my coffee. Hard like my popcorn.
Popcorn!
I like my women like I like my popcorn sold by an old man named Orville.
I like my men the way I like my popcorn in the back row of the movie theater.
I like my men like I like my popcorn white. I like my men like I like my popcorn ready to go in a couple minutes.
I like my women like my popcorn and leave my fingers sticky in it.
I like my popcorn the way I like my men stuck in my teeth.
Yes, it's getting to be tax season. How about a W-2?
I like my women like I like my W-2 with all the blanks filled in.
I like my women like I like my W-2, prepared for me by my accountant.
I like my men like I like my W-2. I always get money every year.
I like my women like I like my W-2. I put so much in and I get no return.
Spider monkey!
I like my men the way I like my spider monkeys with a big old red swollen behind.
Spider monkeys, thin and wiry and jumping from tree to tree.
I like my women like I like my spider monkeys throwing feces. I'm in the bed. What's the song?
Moving on! Let's see. What do we got there? Science teacher!
men like I like my science teachers. They know their anatomy.
I like my men like I like my science teachers. Feel free to do an experiment on me.
I like my men the way I like my science teachers playing with chemicals.
I like my men like I like my science teachers. Got it.
I like my women like I like my science teachers. Underpaid and willing to handle 25 at a time.
I like my men like I like my science teachers. White and nerdy.
Moving on! Cookie Monster!
Yeah.
I like my women like I like my Cookie Monster, my hand up her ass.
Sweet, they come in a dozen.
I like my women like I like my Cookie Monster. No teeth and all swallow.
I like my women like I like my Cookie Monster. Eating carrots. Nope.
I like my women like I like my women like I like my Cookie Monster. Sponsored by the letter F. Moving on, it's up to you. You think that? All right. How about turntable? Turntable.
I like my women like I like my turntables, old and hard to find.
Turntable. Scratch it.
I like my women like I like my turntables, little tiny hole that I can fit in.
I like my men the way I like my turntables from the 70s.
And last, but certainly not least, sloth.
I like my women like I like my sloth. It's kind of an
I like my men like I like my sloth. Smelly and ready.
I like my men like I like my sloth. They sleep afterwards.
I like my men like I like my sloth. Upside down.
I like my men the way I like my sloths from Australia and with really long fingernails.
I like my women like I like my sloth. You can always find them on the Discovery Channel.
I like my women like I like my sloth. I've got to look them up to find out what the fuck a sloth is.